Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be talking about the next Community Day Pokemon that we can possibly see. So I have every Pokemon that I possibly think that is going to be coming up next. Now, I know there's people out there who have the prediction lists and all that. I didn't go and siphon through all those or anything like that. This is just my knowledge of what I think is possibly going to come next. Now, as you can see, I have multiple Pokemon in here and very specific Pokemon. If you're wondering how did I do that, actually you can put in names and then commas and then another name, the comma, another name, comma. You can sort them by order, by number or catch or CP or whatever, okay? So I have them by number here so we can just go fresh and talk about this. Now, the first one that you can see is Porygon, and if you're wondering, well, how and why? I'm thinking it's a possibility. I'm not going with this one all the way or anything. I just thought I'd put it up here for fun. Now, we've seen every single Community Day is a Pokemon that has 2 evolutions, okay? You could say 3 forms total, right? And then obviously every other Community Day is going to be the starters. So we know what we can expect next, right? And if you're not aware of the patterns for the Community Day, we are going to be seeing next month something that comes out of a 10K egg. All right, so possibly the ones we're going to go over. And then for January next year, 2019, we're going to see Totodile, and that's the one we're going to get then. But the one we're going to discuss now is going to be for December. So let's get into this. Now, Porygon Z is a possibility, Porygon I suppose, because yes, it is Gen 4. It's not even out yet. But what if Niantic was like, you know, surprise, we're going to release some new Gen 4 Pokemon as well as a special Community Day that's going to include Porygon Z. This is just food for thought, and I'm not telling you to lean on it all the way and start walking your Porygon 2 or Porygon. All right, so just a little bit of information there. That'd be excellent to see it come into the game like that, and a nice surprise and a twist. Now, next up, and I'm starting to feel like more and more that this is not going to be a Community Day, but we can go back to this whole Gen 4 thing, and they can surprise us yet again with a Community Day for Ralts, and then say Glade's out. So we're going to be able to get shiny Ralts, and then eventually shiny Gallade and Gardevoir, which would be fantastic. But just take note that that is a possibility as well. It'd be fun if they were to do that. Now, to get into the ones that I actually think they're going to possibly happen, and that is going to be Slakoth here. So obviously it's going to be going into Slaking, right? I have a lucky Slakoth and Vigoroth ready to go. And we currently have this Slaking with Yawn. 0 damage. Everybody thinks it's so horrible and everything. I mean, technically it's not the best, right? Obviously. But it's not bad. I've used these to go up against a Machamp raid. Honestly, I think if you had a full team of these maxed out and you were in cloudy weather, you probably can beat the Machamp raid, all right? I'm pretty sure you could do that. That sounds crazy, but the damage output for these guys are massive. Anyways, it would probably learn the quick move Hidden Power, and that would just make it that much more better. Now, you'd probably want Hidden Power normal. I was told that there is no Hidden Power Fairy, so rule that out for Gardevoir, unfortunately, but Slaking could possibly learn that move and make it more valuable in the game. Now, if I had to put money down, this is the one I think we're going to get, Bagon. Okay, guys? I think we're going to get, for next month, yes, Bagon with Salamence being the shiny variants. As you can see, it looks kind of like Christmassy. I don't know. I think that they just might throw this in there, that green color. I just have a feeling here. Now, it has the move Draco Meteor. Like I said before, the reason why I do not have this powered up, or I don't have more Salamence, is because I know this is a great Pokemon, and it's going to receive some sort of Community Day with a better move in the future. So there's really no point for me to power one up. I'm just going to wait. As a matter of fact, I'm so certain that we're probably going to get this one, maybe, that I'm willing to even start walking it, which I'm probably going to start doing now. I'm walking currently my Buizel because, you know, I need to get Floatzel, guys. And I was thinking about actually dumping rare candies into it, but I ruled against that because over time I'll just accumulate them. That's 50 rare candies, and then what? It's not like I caught it in the wild at a high CP. It's not going to be that strong. Then I'm going to have to power it up to actually do anything. Going off topic. So there you go. I think Salamence is going to be coming in. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these moves so we can determine what they will actually learn come Community Day. Alrighty, so we are over here on the Bulbapedia taking a look at Salamence's move tutor moves. And as we can see, Outrage is on the list. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the move it's going to get. If it gets Dragon Pulse, that's going to be, wow, wacky. Wouldn't want that. So Outrage is definitely what we want to see. And is it going to be outperforming Dragonite? We'll go take a look at that shortly. Dragon Tail is a quick move, so we can rule that out. And I'm just going to be focusing on dragon moves. We have Dragon Claw. I mean, that's a possibility. And other than that, yeah. So we have Dragon Claw or Outrage. Because we have seen them do repeat moves like, I don't know, Blast Burn. So hopefully we'll see that come on Salamence. Because if it does receive Outrage, I mean, it's going to be a crazy good Pokemon. It's already performing well with Draco Meteor. With Outrage, it's just going to be so much better. So there you have it for Salamence. Pretty sure it's going to get Outrage and just completely destroy. We'll take a look and do a little comparison after we look at some other moves here. Okay, so we're over here on Slaking's move tutor moves just to take a look. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. Maybe Snore might come in as a, I don't know, quick move that's going to be doing some damage, but I don't think that's going to happen. But let's go ahead and just take a look at its TM moves and see if we can get an idea here. Maybe we can possibly get a new quick move, because that's what I think it's going to get. Maybe not. The reason why they gave it Yawn is because in the main series game, it can only move every other turn, and that's kind of putting in that ability, I suppose, to a degree, kind of nerfing its quick move. So as far as the TM moves, we have Hidden Power, which is the one I'm leaning on about 90% as to what it's going to get, because we know that they've introduced quick moves into Community Day, so it's not a big mystery as to, oh my goodness, I don't think they're going to do a quick move. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. So Yawn is not a move, so you can't really go with that. Yeah, so pretty much a bunch of status moves here. So honestly, I'm going to go with Hidden Power and Snore. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hidden Power is probably the one it's going to get, making it a somewhat decent Pokemon if you get the normal type. I mean, technically, any type Hidden Power, it's going to be doing damage other than, you know, no damage. But everybody knows who's actually battled the Slaking, Yawn still does damage to you. I've had Pokemon faint because of Yawn. Because, yeah, it actually hurts you. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Right, so we're over here on Cerebi.net checking out Porygon Z to see what moves it will learn once it is in Pokemon Go, so we can determine if it will even receive this Community Day and what move. So we have Hidden Power and Charge Beam for its quick move. And then we have Solar Beam, Hyper Beam, and Zap Cannon for its charge moves. So yes, this is a prime candidate for a Community Day Pokemon. And if you don't know why, and you're like, what are you talking about, prime candidate? Because Solar Beam, Hyper Beam, and Zap Cannon, they're all one charge bar moves. This thing is coming out at 10Ks, so that's giving it, like, it's putting it up there in the top 90% of Pokemon that should have a Community Day. Because when you see them with just one charge bar move, that's a big indication that they're going to get these Community Days and receive better moves, because that's what they do. They give them these moves that are not so great, and then they bring them out into Community Day with the 2 charge bars that are just better than their actual 1 bars almost. Solar Beam is going to be hard to beat, same with Zap Cannon. But yeah, Hyper Beam as well, they're all strong. So now that we know what moves Porygon Z is going to learn in Pokemon Go, let's head over to Bulbapedia and determine what Community Day move it can learn. Okay, so we are over here on Bulbapedia once again looking at Porygon Z's move tutor moves, and something that stands out to me right away is going to be Last Resort, because we've already seen that introduced for Eevee and its evolutions, right? And will it be good on Porygon Z? Absolutely, because it is a normal type move. Porygon Z is a normal type Pokemon. It's going to be getting Stab, and not only that, but Porygon Z's attack is massive, guys. Yeah, take note. So Porygon Z may come in, and if you're thinking to yourself, why are you even talking about this Pokemon? It's not even in the game yet. Why would they just introduce it into a Community Day for the first time like that? I just want to step outside of the norm and just cover this, just for the fun of it, because, you know, you never know what Niantic might decide to do. Because these whole Gen 4 evolutions that are coming from previous generations are super anticipated. They're trickling in Gen 4 Pokemon like this with Badoo and Buizel, because they know we're scratching at the gates for these other Pokemon, and they're just teasing, which I have no problem with. Now, another move that it can learn, which would be great, is Signal Beam. It's not going to get Stab or anything, but that's a great bug type move that's going to be super effective against those psychic and dark type Pokemon. So keep in mind, also grass. So pretty decent Pokemon move there. All right, so here we are back on Cerebi.net. Now let's go ahead and look at Porygon Z stats. We have an attack of 264. So, I mean, look at that. That's no joke. That's pretty good. Now, normal types are not going to be super effective to anything. As a matter of fact, they're not very effective to ghost and rock types. So, you have that to look out for. But it's still going to be doing massive damage. Should be fun to power up a few of these, seeing that it is a amazing looking Pokemon, and I have been a fan of it ever since it was released. Max CP 3,266, and that is with the rework. So as you can see, that is going to be Porygon Z there. All right, now for Gallade, we were discussing that, right? So let's go over that really quick. If it was to receive a community day, is it even going to be good? Do you want to mess around with it, power it up? Its stamina is going to be at 169, attack 237, defense 195, max CP 3,093. So it's not looking horrible. For its quick moves, you're going to have Confusion, very good. And then Low Kick, actually pretty good as well. If you're thinking, how is Low Kick good? Well, it's a fast move that is going to be getting stabbed with. Not only that, it's going to be charging up these charge bar moves fairly quick. Now, as we can see here, it does have Close Combat, Psychic, and Leaf Blade. That's okay because we've still seen Community Day Pokemon with several charge bar moves getting Community Day moves. Now, which one of these would you want to go with? They're all not that bad. Leaf Blade is a little bit off. Personally, Psychic is, I don't know. It needs a Community Day move already, right? You can tell. Close Combat and Low Kick if you wanted a fighting, and then obviously Confusion and Psychic if you wanted a Psychic Pokemon, but there's going to be better options out there. But it is the fact, it is a Gallade. I mean, look at it. Who's going to want one of those for sure? So there you have it, Gallade. I don't know what it's going to receive, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 best dragon types currently in the game. We have Rayquaza, then we have Salamence, and then Dragonite. And you can see clearly all of their stats there. Rayquaza is the king. Then we have Salamence coming in second, and then Dragonite in third. Dragonite is actually going to be the second best currently until Salamence does receive maybe Outrage, okay? So it's not going to be horrible. Obviously, the defense on Dragonite is good, which is going to need it. It's going to be 4 times weak to ice. And then same with Salamence and Rayquaza. All of them just weak to ice. Anyways, Salamence is sitting at 277 attack. Dragonite is sitting at 263. So they both can learn Dragon Tail for their quick move. All 3 of them, as a matter of fact. Rayquaza and Dragonite can learn Outrage. And then Salamence is stuck with Draco Meteor currently. So once it does receive that Outrage, then it will be second and doing better than Dragonite, as we can clearly see here. Now, don't worry if you powered up your Dragonites and you're thinking, well, great, another Pokemon coming into the meta-relevant scene that's going to be outperforming several of my Dragonites, or even 6, or who knows how many you've powered up, because they've been one of the best tier attackers ever since the game came out. But that's perfectly fine. It's still going to be good for PvP because it does have that bulk compared to Salamence. So there you have the comparison. Now, let's get into the bonus round. Alrighty, and the bonus round is going to be Flygon. Yes, that is another option that will be coming for Community Day possibly, and I really hope not. Now, I really adore this Pokemon. It looks great. I love the goggles it has over its eyes and the whole concept of it. Still going to be 4 times weak to ice because it is going to be dragon and ground, but hey, it is a unique Pokemon. As far as attack goes, it's not the best. That's why I put this last, and I know whenever you hatch these from those 10Ks, you're grabbing your hair and pulling it out. I know, those crap inches make everybody go crazy. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at its move tutor moves here. And if you're a fan of Flygon and you're thinking to yourself, Poke, you're just a hater of Flygon. No, it's not that. Come on. It's just not useful in Pokemon Go, right? Possibly when PvP comes out for certain situations, absolutely. 100% back that for sure. But as far as just, top tier damage output dragon, it's going to be the bottom there, sort of. So we have Outrage, Draco Meteor, and Earth Power. Okay, we could see those possibly coming on it. What do you think? It's going to be Outrage again? I really think they should start giving these Pokemon some diverse moves, not just the same ones over and over and over for the starters, like I went over in my last video. I talked about that fairly quick. So what do we see here? Basically, Draco Meteor and Outrage. Okay, Dragon Pulse, yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's why I put this last. Earth Power as well. Whatever it receives. I mean, if it had Outrage, I mean, it would be okay. It's not going to be something you're going to want to max out over the other dragons. Maybe one, just to have that unique dragon type team, you know what I mean? So there you have Flygon. I mean, we can go ahead and look at its other moves, but I don't think it's going to do much for us because it already has everything here. So yeah, I mean, Dragon Claw has that, has Earthquake. So I mean, we're looking good. So basically Outrage. So let's just hope we don't get this for Community Day. I mean, if you're a fan of it, sorry, no offense. Like I said, I really enjoy this Pokemon's design. It's just I want something else. I keep hatching these out of 10Ks, and I'm looking for that Riolu, and oh my goodness, hatching Trapinch after Trapinch is just nutty. I'm pretty sure Bagon is what it is. Alright, thank you for watching, trainers, and I'll be catching you all next time.